I'm just going to walk in the front door, and I know that you have a relationship with the general manager there. No, seriously, like, is Zach Wilson not the guy? Because I mean, he had his reset, and he made some eye poppers yesterday. Okay, he actually connected with Elijah Moore. I mean, that actually happened. He made some eye poppers. But the layups, man, he just doesn't make them, and they kill you coming away on 2nd and 10 with nothing. When Berrios is wide open to his right, deep in his own end. I mean, those are the things that kill him. And he looks like he's going to get one more shot here, national television, Thursday Night Football against Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. Is he the guy? Is Zach Wilson the guy?
I don't know that it's a great fit right now with what they're trying to do. I think he is if you're going to use a baseball reference, I think he's a home run hitter who's going to have a low batting average. And there's certain baseball teams that play with those types of players and have success, and there's other teams that want you to put the ball in play. This is an offense that's a rhythm, timing-based offense.
Well, then why draft him? Honestly,
that's an interesting question of just in terms of, are you going to? And sometimes you might think you have one thing, and then when you get him in your building, Rich, and you realize, okay, maybe his strength isn't in this area, it's in that area. Well, then you've got to shift and change and mold around him, as opposed to asking him to shift and change and mold around you.
Right.
But this is a team that I think he's got a chance. I still do. We think he has a chance to be a successful player, provided he has a good run game. It's play action. It's shots. You're not going to have a 70% completion percentage, but you're going to have chunk plays. His last 2 starts, Rich, I think they've had 50 rushing yards and 56 rushing yards. They can't run the ball at all. They continue to run the ball on first down and get nothing. So you're putting him in long yardage situations where the windows get a little tighter. Everybody knows you're throwing the football. And he's not an efficiently accurate quarterback. So it hasn't been great. That being said, they still have a timeout left, in case you didn't know from yesterday.
I know that. That they got wound up with all timeouts left after the Lions hit them with that 51-yarder.
Yeah.
They had all their timeouts left and wound up with a 58-yard field goal as their final last.
Even if you have there was at least 20 seconds that they should have had more. And where you are, 20 seconds. That's a 10-yard completion that all of a sudden turns into a 48-yard field goal. And maybe we're having a little bit more nuanced discussion of, okay, he missed some layups, the little swing pass, the one to Berrios. But, man, he made 4 or 5 huge throws. He drove him down the field. They tie the game. This wasn't meant to be. Need to get Quinnen Williams back, by the way, too.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about injuries. Elijah Vera Tucker, and name me a bigger injury on the year than Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Name me another injury in the NFL. The only one that you can maybe put where it changed the dynamic is Tampa's center.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Jensen.
Jensen goes down right at the outset. Name me another.
They were winning games.
Jets don't get swept by New England if Breece Hall is there. Don't get me started, man.
No,
I'm going to start circling.
But that's why we're talking about they haven't had a run game, and he needs a run game to help him. And when Breece Hall was there, even though it wasn't the sexiest offense, Breece was running down people's throats, and Zach was able to do enough, and they were winning all those games. And now they don't have a running game.
But if you're redrafting right now, Justin Fields is too, right? I mean, there's no question.
The way he's played, no question.
Well, I mean,
no question.
But kudos to the Bears to change. I mean, we just talked about, you're like, I don't know if Zach's really a fit with what the Jets want to do. Yeah. Well, you draft Zach, and the team that drafts him is a coaching staff where they hire somebody thinking, let's turn him into that. Or honestly, the Bears, to their credit, what around the first month of the season, they said, screw it. Let's go the whole Harbaugh, Ravens, Lamar route.
I'll run the heck out of it.
He's been amazing. Yeah. And you heard Slay, our friend Slay had to say.
Slay, what did he say?
He said after the game that Justin Fields reminds him of Hurts. Mm-hmm. And in terms of the leg strength, in terms of the running game, in terms of everything. Bears get some playmakers around him. Look out.
I got a text from a coach on their defensive staff during the week as they were preparing, and he texted me and said, I had no idea Justin Fields was that fast. On an NFL field, he looks fast.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's Hurts, even how they're similar players, but Hurts is built a little different, where Hurts has been able to handle that heavy workload on the ground, and they've kind of grown him, obviously, and involved more as a passer, not having to do quite as much of that. Justin can't long term be carrying the ball 15, 18 times a game. He's not going to hold up. That's the only concern.
But Hurts, you don't have that concern with him.
No, and Hurts is Hurts was always that guy. Justin was almost a little bit of a reluctant runner. He's incredibly explosive.
Right.
But he was a little bit reluctant. And now, Jalen Hurts was at Alabama, was running the ball, 20 times a game.
Well, maybe they're doing that now because that's what the Bears can do. You know.
Oh, they have to do what they have to do to move the ball and score points, and he's the player.
He's been amazing.
That's the guy.
He's been absolutely amazing.
He's 7th in the league in rushing.
He's unreal.
Yeah.
He won over 1,000 yards rushing.
And he does. It is hard. How many times I can see, like Reggie Bush would be the great example for me.
Yeah.
When you watch Reggie Bush on a college field, he looked like he was 10 times faster than everybody out there. He got an NFL field. He still was fast, but it wasn't like it didn't just jump off the screen with him on an NFL field speed. Justin Fields looks like he's faster than everybody else on the field as a quarterback.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.